Greetings and welcome back, everyone, to Evil Genius. We're in the last episode. We managed to do a bit of a refurbishment of our casino, and I'm pretty happy with what we've got set up down here. Additionally, our guards are doing a bloody amazing job, I'm going to be honest, at keeping the forces of justice out of where they don't belong. However, that being said, we do appear to be having some concerns with our technicians keeping everything in tip-top shape. Also, we have expanded out a rather large area back here. You know what? The very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to place down a couple of fire extinguishers, because that's just asking for someone to explode all of my power. Now, I'm a little bit nervous about having such an enormous room full of power generators. Later on, I will be splitting this room up so that it's probably only about half as big, or maybe even less, and having some more distributed power generation across the whole layer. But for now, this will help us out. We want a bulk of power so we can get everything going. But yeah, I really dislike all of that. Perhaps we most certainly need some more technicians. Let's pump this all the way up to 10 technicians. I think that should be good. Right, with that said, we now need to recruit a henchman from the world. We need to recruit our computer. Not exactly the wording I would have chosen, but sure. Additionally, there was one thing that someone wanted me to check out, whether I could put a corridor here, and that would prevent the tourists from crossing into here, so I could just have this area purely for my for the agents. However, you can't do that. I'll quickly demonstrate why. You cannot have two casinos. You can only have one casino. It has to be a single contiguous area for the casino. So unfortunately, they've already thought through that potential workaround and have prevented it. You know what? I don't even mind. I can respect the towering intellect even when it gets in my way. Okay, so with that all said and done, let's go ahead and actually start as we need to go on and have a look for Iris. Here we are, actually. Right there, in fact. Okay, so we're going to need to pull down the heat over here, though, before we can get to that. Sure. Okay, I'm going to pop some money down in here. Plan B. It's no secret that bees are dying out, but people just don't seem to care, which is weird, so we're going to call attention to it in the hopes that we can cause some buzz, really. I feel ashamed. There we go. Let's just plonk down quite a lot of cash and pull all of this heat down, and then we're going to go ahead and try to recruit our computer. Despite being confined to your message log, Iris performs many tasks. Imagine what she might achieve if she had a body. Raid a robotics lab and construct your very own metal henchman. 2 technicians. Oh, man. I can't afford to send out 2 technicians, my lord. Alright. I guess we've got to get over there. Right. Well, we definitely need to keep the technicians being recruited nice and quick like. Now, while all of that is going down, another scheme is completed. Aha! Okay, and this place has dropped all of its heat. Marvelous, in fact. Let's wait for the nice 20, or is it 30 minutes for the second cash job. There we go. 30 minutes, sure. Let's launch that scheme. There we are. Now, we've got another optional objective. Oh, there we are. Execute a tech... What? Why? Execute a worker. Execute a tech... That seems diabolical to me. It also seems wasteful. I'm having to pay to train... I'll do it, obviously, but... My lord, why? I'll wait until one of them gets on my nerves, and then I'll use it as an opportunity to both get extra money and be diabolical, though... Honestly, forcing our scientists to eat at electrified tables is pretty amazing in itself, really. What are you up to? Are you going to get everything sorted? Yes, you are. Good. We definitely need more of you, though. Oh my goodness, my base is starting to fall apart. I'm actually tempted to push us even higher. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, let's go all in. 15 technicians. Keep my base in better than working order. I wanted to be performing optimally Not just adequately, optimally. How many minions in total? We are... actually... I think we need more minions. So to that end, 2 things we're going to do. First and foremost, we're going to pop down some lockers over here. Actually, if we do this... Yeah, that works out quite nicely. Okay. Let's pop these in. There we go. And on the other sides, of course. And this will give us a nice bit of extra workforce. Expand the workforce a wee bit. There we go. Let's keep you going. Now, unfortunately, the technicians are too busy to help them train, which is a bit of a potch, really. But oh well. How are our peeps in general? They seem to be doing okay by and large. I might actually want to expand this area out, though. Give them a couple of extra beds, perhaps. I'm thinking that might actually be useful. Oh, wow, okay. Congratulations! A new henchman has been successfully persuaded to join your cause.
A brand new henchman
Wow,
has
that
joined
happened
your organization.
much faster than I was expecting. Okay, clap for
Iris, run a systems check.
I'm completely on board with your style of aesthetics there, Iris.
My consciousness is in complete control of this physical unit. Core air functions are unaffected.
Fantastic.
Excellent. We can't have the place burned down just because you felt like a walk, can we?
That
Ideally.
would be inadvisable.
Yes, I agree. I concur with Iris's
Good
assessment.
Intelligence with a tough outer casing. It's like looking in a mirror. Almost.
Well, things are progressing nicely. Time to get back to your evil plans. Okay. We'll get a little bit of money, that's fine. The world is at ease for now. Take advantage of this momentary calm and expand your criminal organization. Steal, loot, recruit henchmen, hire more mindless flunkies, and above all, take some time for yourself. You've earned it.
Now this is
I
all
approve.
set up. It's time for me personally to take over the world.
Wow, that escalated quickly. I think I approve.
Cancel my calls. I'm going into politics.
Oh, I rescind my approval.
Done. Believe it or not, you don't get that many calls. What with this being a secret lair and all.
Fair.
That'll change once they elect me to be president of the world.
Wow. Thinking a little bit small there, aren't we, Maximilian? Just the world? I mean, there's other worlds. There's other solar system. My lord. How do we expect to be the premier evil genius when we have such tiny, tiny little plans? My goodness. Right, well, we've got a scheme complete. It'll be the scheme where we just recruited Iris. Got a little bit of heat there, but nothing too terrible. It's only 16, so we could afford to push this out a little bit longer. Yes, well, actually, no. No, this place is a little bit rough for that, so we'll just go ahead and we'll reduce heat for now. However, side stories. Ooh, ace up his sleeve. Surreptitious, the Patriot Gains, High on the Hog, and the Man with the Silver Gun. Interesting. The traditional method. We all know that to take over the world, you convince idiots to elect you as their leader. How difficult can it be? Wow, that's a little bit on the nose, Maximilian. Too soon, mate. Too soon. How much of your vote, bribe world leaders for their support? Learn the ropes. There are some political aides visiting the casino. Capture some and bring them to the lair for interrogation. Interrogate the captured aides to learn their many secrets. And how expensive can a country be? Send some guards to complete the largest real estate deal in history. Make sure it has a pool. The country, or... I mean... One would assume a country has a pool, at the very, very least. All right, well, for the time being, though, since we haven't even begun properly expanding out our base, I think we've got a couple of other things that we need to work on right now. First and foremost, I need to find the investigators who are apparently wandering around inside my my lair. Where are you? You already snuck in? So it was a while ago that I was warned that there were investigators about. Well, it doesn't appear there's anyone around. Okay. Oh, no, there we are. Never mind. Right, we've got some Smash investigators. Please
Minions,
distract
locate
them.
and distract that intruder right now!
There we go. Right, the very first tech that we're going to be unlocking is going to be the auto tagging of minions for distraction. Oh my goodness. On that note, it is time, I think, for us to build a lab. Let's make it a decent size. Now, the items to go into a lab are reasonably chunky. You've got research items, such as the impact analyzer.
Not enough gold to complete
We have
this
got the data
construction.
bank, which can probably sit about there. And then you have some whiteboards. Now, the whiteboards themselves are going to require an individual minion to operate each one. I think something like that is fine. We'll just shunt that over just a wee bit. Maybe move this one across a little bit as well. There we go. So this will give us room for about 4 scientists, all things told. Actually, let's line this up a little bit better. There we go. And we want corridor going down here. And you know what? We can have the corridor branch off around there, but we can take it in that direction. Maybe only a 2, and then we can have some more lockers or something like that. That would actually be quite nice. There we go. Pop the door in there. Now back to the lab. Let's go ahead and pop down some decor. Now we've got air conditioning units now. It makes the air silky smooth. It slows morale drain. Also got a water fountain. Provides thirsty minions with water. One of their basic needs. The others are sunlight and soil. Wait, no, that's plants. So either way, it slows morale drain. We also have some pretty awesome looking plants as well that we can place down. But sadly, these don't do anything other than look cool. There is no function behind them. That being said, since when did I care about function when it comes to things looking good? There we go. We will have an air conditioner. I want the air to be silky smooth around here. One there as well. We will have a water fountain too. One can go there, I think. Maybe even a water fountain over there. There we go. This will be a lovely room for my minions. Of course, an iris mainframe. Just pop that somewhere around here. Oh, I can't place it there. That's a bit of a shame. Maybe an iris mainframe there. Can I not have that there at all? Maybe if I put it here, it's going to do the same thing. Yeah. Oh, well, we're going to have to get rid of that one then. That's a little bit of a hodge. You know what? Maybe instead then, I'll do away with you and I'll just have a water fountain. Let's not put the water fountain right next to the mainframe, though. Let's instead be sensible about this and put the water fountain over there. Can I squeeze in a couple of seats? I probably can. There we go. Marvellous. We can put a little plant
A
between them.
scheme has succeeded.
Marvellous. I approve. Let's get all of that built as quickly as we can. We've also got a scheme that has succeeded. Marvellous. That one's got something going on. That one has as well. This one does not, and in fact needs to have the heat pulled down rather sharpish. There we go. Let's get you going. Hopefully you'll be able to get over there with time to spare to get all of that on the go. You're still trying on new hats. I am, for the time being, reasonably pleased by this. Oh my lord. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. We've got the heart rate monitor. In this way, it tests for a healthy heart. It loudly beeps softly to lull the heart into a false sense of security before screaming loudly to wake it back up. We've got the placebotron. The machine is so staggeringly reassuring, minions will sometimes think they're cured by the very sight of it. Crucially, though, they aren't. It does stop them complaining, though. We've also got the egg pod. Eggs are so fashionable these days, healthcare too, which is why this exists. And finally, the brain hologram. This helpful hologram reminds your minions that they do, in fact, have a brain. And you can't say no to that, I suppose. How about we give them brain hologram, move that down there, and pop the brain hologram right there. I think that'll be perfect. Yes, I could. So go ahead and okay this. Right, we are going to be hanging tight for a little bit while we wait on getting all of that set up. But our inner sanctum, has we got new things? Ooh. An incredible work of art to the man, that is, not the painting. The painting is only mediocre. Standing lamp. Question, how many geniuses did it take to change a light bulb? Answer, none of the minions will do it for you. That's fair. I would have been shocked, nay, appalled, if we were expected to change the bulbs in our own bloody lamps. My goodness. We
A trap has been triggered.
some pictures of ourselves where everyone can see. Let's pop one there, and one there, and indeed one there. Pop. Let's confirm all of that. Now, one thing we haven't done for a while. We haven't checked in on Iris.
Responding.
Where is Iris, though? This I do not know. Iris is not over here hanging out, so let's bring Iris down here.
Calculating optimal route.
Now, Iris's abilities: reroute power, apply trait. Iris takes reduced damage for a short time and rapidly heals any damage she has already taken. Costs 2 morale per second. And security network link. When activated, Iris functions as a security camera for a short duration. This can summon guards. That is marvelous. Oh, there we are. Iris can actively function as a security camera. That is amazing.
Awaiting input.
Absolutely amazing. I approve
A scheme
so
has
much.
succeeded.
Let's go and check in on our schemes. Down here, we definitely need to pull this heat down. Rather sharpish as well. Let's launch a scheme there. There we go. Now, with that all going on, we've got a couple of peeps who apparently need a bit of healing, though. Did you get caught by a trap or something? Oh, no, we've had a fight. We've had a rather big fight, actually. Just make sure no one has any knowledge of anything they shouldn't. No, there's no it doesn't appear to be any sign that they've got any evidence on us, but I wonder what happened, because it seemed like there had been a bit of a big fight. Either way, I'm thinking maybe we should perhaps acquire
Locate
a
and
political
grab
aid.
that intruder.
Now, who's gonna go here and grab the intruder? Whose job will it be to bring this intruder in? Oh, Iris is moving with purpose. Iris, are you going to go into the casino and apprehend the intruder? This is wonderful. I approve of the fact that Iris doesn't use her arms much to adjust her gait. Minimal amount of movement necessary to achieve the task at hand. Well done, Iris. Conserving power. I approve. Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate that I'm not burning any fossil fuels in this base? I may be an evil genius, but I take climate change seriously. There's a clearly... well, I'm not the glow leads me to believe that it's either some sort of exotic energy, or it's nuclear, or it's just glowing to reassure me that it's working, and it is actually just I don't know. It clearly can't be a turbine. There's no wind. Well, I mean, it could be a turbine. Sorry, it can't be a wind. Well, no, I guess it would be called a turbine, even if it wasn't being powered like by fuel or anything like that. But either way, we've got our priorities right, is all I'm trying to say. Has Iris brought in the aid? Oh, okay, that's going to take a little while. You know what? While all of that's going down, I think it is time for us to consider some changes over here. First and foremost... Oh,
A trap has been
I can't get in there. Oh, right, okay. I can get in here, though. So, how about we set up a little area? First and foremost, want some beds. 1, 2. You know what? I feel that our valets need a place. Look, they don't actually need this, but it makes sense to me that they'd have a place to change into their work clothes. Additionally, we would like an eatery, maybe somewhere over here, And perhaps even... Well, actually, how about we pop the eatery somewhere further down there? I don't think the eatery by itself is going to cause any issues. The staff room, however, might. You know, because the evil TV. So we may want to avoid that one. Instead, let's just have an eatery going. Pop it over there, perhaps. Sure, I'll pop something in there. And... I don't think there's really any reason to have any additional bedding in here. This seems like a better area for me to place down a guard room, but I guess it isn't terrible as is. We can't have the door there if we place this eatery in quite that location. So what we might do instead is pop the eatery there, which is accepted. There's a bit of inefficiency with this design.
A scheme has succeeded.
Oh, actually, we don't strictly need to do that. We can go ahead and have the eatery all the way down, and the door just there. There we go. That should be fine. I think this will do nicely. That being said, if we rotate that around, we could have the eatery right here, so people can just walk in, grab a bite to eat. But we might be able to squeeze in a little more sleeping room over here. Look, it isn't the best design, but it'll have to do for now. Let's go ahead and place down a light just down there. A light right at the back there.
A scheme has succeeded.
Anything else we want to place in? I don't think so. I think that should be good enough. And that will allow our valets to have somewhere that they can just duck down for a quick snooze when the time is right. All right, over here. Okay, we're not going to take on any actual crimes in here, so I'm just going to leave that one for now. However, over here, I very much would like to get a little bit more cash coming in. Anything else? No, I think we're okay there for now. I could have someone just keeping the heat down, I suppose. It would cost me 3 workers, though, and there's no particular reason to do it just yet. So we'll hang tight to that. We'll hang tight to it. However, that said, let's go ahead and have a look at research. Now, a couple of things we can do. We can either go with global operations, which will allow us to upgrade our crime networks. Whether we really want to. It would also give us computer console. Oh, actually, does that unlock it, or is it one of these? No, there we are. It's a prerequisite to unlocking the crime networks level 2. We could unlock the ability to dig into the harder stone, which would give us a lot more room to expand. We could give our guards some a little bit more punch, or realistically, we all knew this was where I was going. We're going to be on about traps, aren't we? Obviously. Yes, we're going to be grabbing a giant fan first and indeed foremost. That being said, the dart trap might be useful, but no, I think giant fan will be perfect. Let's go ahead and get that going. It's going to take our minions a little while to get all of that sorted. Now, we do have someone over here who's probably really hoping to find out what's going to happen to them. Well, we will see in just a moment. Now, the way I'm going to set up the giant fan is probably going to have it down here, blow them up and then along. Maybe with the bumpers. Just send them down here through a series of traps. They'll be right outside the guards' quarters. And at that point, I'll probably remove some of the traps down here or move this door. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do that now. Let's go ahead and move this door to here. This way, this little area is just for me to see them coming through. Now the second camera down here, but we don't realistically need it. Probably we'll have this camera there, that camera down here, then another camera along there.
You're running out of gold.
I think that would probably be the better way to go with it. We will get to it, don't worry. We're just doing a lot of building right now, Iris, that's all. We've got another scheme complete, though. right down here, which means we can start robbing. Let's go ahead and get
has given
a
us their
hefty amount
secrets.
of gold coming in. And we've managed to interrogate one of the aides. How about we get you
Find
captured
and
then?
capture that intruder quickly.
There we go. Not too bad. How are we doing with valets? How many of them are we going to have? We've got 10 valets at the moment. That isn't too bad. 15 muscle minions, 15 guards specifically, 15 technicians, and 5 scientists. Overall, I think the base is getting to a point now where it's a little bit more stable than it was before. We don't seem to be having quite as much trouble. What are you? Still hanging out there? Oh, you scoundrel, you. What I could do is have a couple of workers there just to keep that heat from escalating, because you might be there for a while yet. I think I'm happy for him to just be hanging out, trying on new hats, more or less indefinitely. Now, with that all done, in terms of research to the end of automatically tagging people for capture, we're going to need 3 tier 1 research projects. Now, whether that's tier 1 across all of the types of research, I don't know. So we're going to need to have a look into that. Probably this will be the next one that we grab. And then global operations so that we can get the computer console set up. Those seem reasonable, though that being said, we could definitely go ahead and get a club for our guards as well. And if that unlocks the ability to build the, or rather to research the intruder protocol, then that would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. One of the problems right now, though, is that we're having to send our minions quite far away in order to go to a staff room. I'm thinking perhaps having a staff room down here would be a decent move. It would give them, well, they'd probably still be more or less equidistant from that spot. The other thing we could do, of course, is to add a door back here. Maybe not a bad idea, actually. That is not a bad idea, all things told. Let's go ahead and pop that door in there. This will give them a nice, quick shortcut over here. Let's go ahead and add down a staff room. Of course, we're not going to be able to get this set up properly, not that quickly anyway. Let's pop that in, and then we're going to want... you're going to be a tricky one to place, aren't you? Yes, of course you are. Why would it be easy? Let's draw this back. Something like that, maybe. Still going to need more room. All right. On the plus side, it is actually going to be a bit more of a uniform shape than I was initially expecting. So, you know, we'll take that win.
We've got a new prisoner.
If we can get that into position, that would be fantastic. We can move this. We could move it... Actually, there's really nowhere for us to put it, so we'll sell it. Along with these, actually. And then slide this in there. There you go. Evil TV. I would kind of like it if the Evil TV could be facing the back there, though.
Research has resumed.
So let's dig out this room a little bit more. See if we can't fit that in. There we go. Much better. Significantly more awesome.
To complete this construction.
We'll sell this. I'm going to place down a water fountain in there. It doesn't really help my minions in this particular instance, but it's going to look good. We'll get 2 lamps leading in, and that should be fantastic there. Okay, they're going to lose a little bit of seating, but they're going to gain Evil Genius TV. Can't say fairer than that, really. Okay, slowly getting the base built up to my specifications. Let's check in on the optional objectives.
New
There we go.
optional objective available.
I mean, I could just go and execute a technician for 5,000 and a worker for 3,000. I feel like this is a waste, but alright.
At last, something worthy.
I would
of my
like
skill.
you-
Let's have a talk.
Yes.
One final talk.
That isn't intimidating at all. Are you luring them into your evil lair in order to do... I find that actually pretty awesome. Gonna be honest. As much of a scallywag as you are, I agree. Oh, no. Oh, behind the evil chair. Is that what you're gonna keep your bodies? Now, that
What is it now?
doesn't actually help us as much.
Time
It's
is
much
money.
better to do this in front of people to make more of a statement. Where can we find there?
Evil
That'll probably be a
minds
better
think
place.
alike.
We could have taken care of you there, but you'll do. Let's get over there.
Wunderbar.
Move sharplish. That's right. Almost there. Come on. Quickly. Yeah.
About
I'm afraid-
time.
You must be slain.
Very well.
Let's get over there. In front of everyone. Pay attention, minions. This is what happens when you fail me. Or rather, when you don't. When
Optional
someone else
objective
has failed me.
complete.
And I am forced to execute some member of my staff arbitrarily instead of the person that actually deserves to be killed. Learn from this experience. There we go. Let's go ahead and collect the cash. Thank you very much, Lee. Right, let's get that aid escorted as well. Not a bad job. Not a bad job at all. Okay, as for research, we're going to need a little bit more, frankly, but money is at least starting to accrue. That is going to make things a lot easier for our staff to get down there and have a little bit of downtime. They're not going to have to wander down this passageway all the time, which I'm a big fan of, actually. Big fan. Now, do we have any peeps wandering around that I need to deal with? Doesn't look like it right now. Not bad, actually. Not bad. Quite a few technicians taking a break down here. Interesting. Okay. But right now, we're not actually needing to deal
Intruder
with
has given us
the
their secrets.
with the traps as much. The amusing thing is that our guards with the camera are just so effective.
Find that intruder and
But
bring
by
him
and
in for
large-
questioning.
We don't need all of the traps. I was gearing up to have a massive trap corridor, but that is proving wildly more efficient than I was prepared for, frankly. So with that, perhaps we can take it on a side story. Ace up his sleeve, Crime Lord, or the man with the silver gun? I think we're going to go for the man with the silver gun. In order for your plans to proceed, you must steal... Yeah, it's Eli Barracuda. Eli Barracuda Jr.'s legendary revolver. Wow, that's a lot of money. My lord, I'm not sure that we're prepared to take all of that cash, but all right, let's start side story.
Look, another evil genius who thinks the world their chessboard. I'm not impressed.
Well, that's a shame.
I don't need you to be impressed, merely obedient. Stand aside while I work.
Yeah, I don't think so. This is my turf, you hear?
Rude.
You mistake me, Mr. Barracuda. Your home, your empire, the gun in your hand. I can take it all whenever I want.
Bold claims.
There's a nice piece. But if you really think you can take it, I dare you to try.
I mean, it's okay since he told me to do it. So I'm not technically doing anything wrong at this point. I'm simply doing what I was invited to do. So it's really all on him at this point. Alright, well, we're going to need a much larger gold storage room. Have we already got you imprisoned? No, but they are on their, hopefully on their way. There we go. Well done, Iris. Cart them out, please. And indeed, thank you. I'm hopeful that this is actually going to be a big help for our minions down here. Not many of them using it just yet, but I
A
have
scheme has
grand
succeeded.
hopes. Go and check on the schemes. We have managed a scheme down here. Very, very good. Mischief has been managed, but now we want some more. So, launch the next scheme. Golden Delicious. You mean to tell me that despite their name, these apples aren't made of gold? Whatever, let's steal them and watch the market crumble. The bun's getting worse. Why? Why do I read them? I do it to myself. My goodness. But we are going to need a much, much larger gold room. Alright, so given that then, let's plan this out. Probably going to want a 2-wide corridor down to about here. At which point it's going to turn into a 4-wide corridor and continue on. We'll probably run it to the end of this area. Down here then can be a nice big vault. Over here we will have room for some additional lockers. Always want more minions. More minions all the time. Well, actually then, if I leave enough room, I can probably get this sorted out a little bit better. There we go.
New optional objective available.
Let's just get these in. Because I may be able to fit in. I don't know. It might be a bit of a tight fit, but let's have a look. Can we squeeze in an eatery? No, just ever so slightly.
We have captured an intruder.
That's a shame. That is a shame. That would have been quite grand to have that squeezed in there. Okay. Well, is there anything else I could pop in there, maybe? I don't think so. And beds would not make sense in this area. I guess what I could do is have an additional door into this zone. I mean, ultimately, I am thinking of changing that over to something else. So, and of course, the alternative is that I shunt this down just a little bit more. I'm not sure what that would look like. You did something like this. To have an eatery right in the corridor. I mean, there's having convenient placement, and then there's just being a little bit weird with it, really. So no, we're not going to do that. That is not going to be happening. Instead, we will have more lockers, I think. That still makes fairly good use of the space. And then down here we could have a little eatery, especially for our science minions. Something around here would do nicely. There we go.
A scheme has succeeded.
Actually, we might even be able to fit in 2 of them if we really wanted to.
An intruder has escaped captivity.
What? How dare you let my victims escape? My goodness. If we drive this back just a little bit, I'll be able to pop down a couple more items. For example, these, and then maybe a water cooler and a air conditioner. Yeah, I actually quite like that. Okay, what are you? Are you?
An intruder has been captured.
For a moment, I thought they managed to trick Iris into the prison cell. Now, I honestly, I would have let this one go at that point. That would have been a bold power move. There we go. Now we're actually seeing the valets using this room correctly. I am extremely happy with that. Still not seeing all of the tables properly managed though, which is a little bit less good. But we've got many schemes that have just succeeded, so let's have a quick gander. We've got a scheme going there. We have, unfortunately... Uh-oh. Something happening. Trying on new hats, but this...
A trap has been triggered.
Is... Expires in 30 minutes and 2 seconds. Short chain. The Barracuda Syndicate emptied one of your offshore accounts. Even things out by sending your minion to rob one of Eli's warehouses. I mean, I'd love to. Sadly, Got a bit of an issue there. Ever so slight of an issue. Let's go ahead and start pulling down the heat in this area. We've got heat being pulled down there. Another one of off with their heads. Eli Barracuda Jr. is trying to siphon out your recruiting pool. Remind your minion who's boss by thinning the herd. I'm okay with this, actually. We're going to need to pull the heat down, though, before we do that. This one hasn't got an active scheme, it seems. I'd like to bring in some more cash in that case. Launch that scheme. And everything else is okay. Once that scheme is complete, we will launch the next scheme against Eli. Alright, let's head on back and hopefully see the completion of the political aids. Purchase country on the world stage. That's going to take an awful lot of money that I do not yet have. Makes me very sad, but it is what it is. You need to be, well, limited at this point, actually.
And kill them.
Clearly, I wasn't doing a good enough job at... Oh, wow. You need to be distracted.
Find this intruder and make them look the other way.
This trap will truly blow your enemies away. Very well. Dismiss it for now, and you also need to be
need that intruder discovered
kicked out,
and
please and thanks.
distracted.
Don't let them see the body bag. Please and thank you. What? No, that's a bad way to lead them through here. That is an ultra bad way to take them. Oh my lord. Well, on the plus side, we've got all of our guards down there taking care of that problem, but that was on me, not paying enough attention to people wandering through here. Yeah, leading them through the incinerator room, I don't know. I feel that is not exactly a big brain move. Gonna be honest. I feel that that may be a bit of a silly mistake. Peeps need a bit of healing. Honestly, at this stage, I'm considering upgrading this area. Yeah, let's sell these. Get another medibed in there. Intensive care pod. It's going to cost a chunky bit of power, but that's fine. Right, everything is done okay over here. Time for us to get this one going. 15,000 gold is required. 6 workers and 4 guards. Oh, that's going to be rough. That is actually going to be a bit of a nasty one. Let's go ahead and check on side stories. That's fine. Optional objectives. Train a technician. Well, that one probably won't be too hard. All things considered. Okay. Well, got a couple of things going down. We are expanding out this area down here reasonably quickly. We want to get down another gold storage simply because the payout for the quest against Eli is so crazy big.
New optional objective available.
Okay, let's check on the new optional objective as well. Nothing really jumping out there. But we definitely are going to need to get everything set up reasonably soon. Hopefully this is going to allow our regular henchmen plenty of time to eat when they're doing any work down this way. But otherwise, let's have a look in on our recruitment pool right now. Our lair capacity is 116 people, and we've currently got 95 minions. Only 50 of them are workers, though. Got a new item, and that is, of course, the fan. At this point, we're selling you. And instead, well, I'm going to move this one. Giant fan. Blowing our enemies down this corridor. Ideally. Pop that in there. Now, we are going to need to continue our research, and in fact, to make that actually work, we're going to need the bumpers. A pinball bumper. Knocks your enemies about with a cheery little note. Must be used in combination with other traps.
Research
For example, the giant fan. Now, with that in mind, well, you know what we could do? Yeah, I think having the door there is going to prevent you from getting into too much trouble. But if you manage to get through here, I want a fan pretty much there. Drive you down here, bumper across, fan, bumper across. And then we'll have a series of traps all along the way, which will hopefully cause you a great deal of trouble. Let's move this down. I have a trap here. Oh, we've already got traps there, actually. One there. And this one as well. And this one too. Can we get that into position? There we go. Perfect. Now with that done, let's go ahead and sell this door and install another fan. Right about... drat. Can't have the camera there if that's the case. Well, actually what I could do though is put the camera down here so it's watching up along this corridor so that if anyone gets through this door, they will be spotted and there will be an effort made to escort them. This can instead sit right there. And on that note, I'm probably going to want another one as well. Pop one there. Two. Another one down here. You know, got to keep safety in mind. And then with that, we can get that into position. It's a reasonably expensive setup, but shouldn't be too bad, all things concerned. Right. How are things going on down here? You still trying on hats? Yeah, so far, so good, actually, with Agent X. So, got something else going on down here. Cop out. Eli's...
Optional objective complete.
I can't read that word. Sicked local law enforcement on you while he's off committing extravagant crimes. Destroy the evidence that's been gathered about your operation before you fall behind in the underworld race. Okay, well, it looks like we're going to have to use cash to solve this problem and then immediately resolve this threat. Scheme complete. Minions will not be returning. 4 workers, 4 technicians, and 2 valets. My lord. Okay, well, let's get this going.
Succeeded.
Now, let's have a look. We've got nothing going on down here, so we can probably afford to get some cash. Let's begin that one straight away. Have we got any others? That one's about to launch right down here as well. What a goodly bit of cash flowing into the coffers, please and indeed thank you. There we go. What did we just grab? Pain and Gain, a stained glass window. We've already seen that one. What about you? Tartara sauce. We've already seen that one. Unfortunately, we are definitely starting to run up against the repeated operations, sadly. Now, we still need to bribe world leaders for their support. How exactly can we do that? Is that are those special schemes on the world map? Silver bullet. Eli Barracuda Jr. presumes to tell you what to do. Show him who you are by taking what's most precious to him, his prized silver revolver. I would like to do it. 6 workers, 4 valets. Requires 5 intel. Well, we've got enough intel and there's not that much heat here, so I think it's time. Let's get this scheme on the go. Confirm. We are giving up on this scheme, it would seem. It doesn't look like we actually needed to worry about that one too much, simply because I think we were just gaining intel by running those schemes, and we've now got enough to get that going. That being said, though, interesting. Yeah, very interesting that we didn't really lose or potentially gain anything from that. Didn't really say anything. Oh, interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay, well, that's all done. Now that we can grab the silver gun, I think we should make a move on that. But I think, looking at the time, well, that's where we're going to have to wrap up today's episode, I'm afraid. We've got so many people leaving. Oh, my lord. So many people queuing for the helicopter. My goodness. But that is going to be it from me. I really do hope you have enjoyed today's episode and will be joining me for the next, where we will hopefully complete our side story against Eli Barracuda Jr. And perhaps we'll see a little bit more of Iris around the base. We've not really had to use her abilities too much, though she has been the chief operative in bringing in the legal aid. We have to bribe 3 government leaders, rather world leaders, and purchase a country. Hopefully the money that we're going to get from Eli Barracuda Jr. will help with that particular problem there. But that really will all have to happen in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you next time. But until then, do take care, everyone.